back for another video! Not channel. Which day we are back! Yes, it's been ages since we played, guys. But this time we're playing because today is the 7th of October 2016, which means that, yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location just came out. And I'm like super hyped because I'm telling you, I have been waiting it like a long time. And I'm telling you, Sister Location is finally here. Yay! Anyways, it's just... anyways, so basically, what is the game about? It's like before FNAF 2. Okay, so let me tell you. So first there was FNAF 4, then there was Sister. Sorry, I can't write much. Then there was the 2, then there was the 1, then there was the 3. This is the chronological order, how they work. So this is basically the second in line. And then here, there's pretty much the Silver Eyes. The book. Anyways, so let's just anyways, so basically the game is, I'm really hyped. I've seen some YouTubers playing the game and it's amazing. And basically I'm just putting random pictures, the teasers, because I couldn't do it in summer. Anyways, I will be also showing you some, like, the Lord's voice, and the game will be out. I mean, before it said, like, the game leaked, cancelled due to leaks, but then, these guys, I'll show you the video, 8-Bit Ryan, 8-Bit Gaming and 8-Bit Ryan, they found out that when they lighted it up, they found out that there was like a newspaper headline. Anyways, I'll leave it to you guys again. And anyways, their link and the original video will be down in the description below, because it's not mine, but I really appreciate your work and your time dedicated to 5 Nights Freddy's. Anyways, guys, thanks for the subscribers. It's 125. Tomorrow let's go to 200 from possible of FNAF movie, a fan-made movie. Anyways, guys, this is all for me. See you next time. Bye.
Why do you hide inside your walls when there is music in my halls? All I see is an empty room, no more joy, an empty tomb. It's so good to sing all day, to dance, to spin, to fly away. Is someone there? Is it time for the show? I can hear someone creeping through my room. Perhaps not.
We're going to be moving over to the new teaser image on scottgames.com, guys. So it literally just says cancelled due to leaks.
Yes, and this is very cleverly done, as we've said at the start, because this, if we actually brighten this image, we see like a news article in the background that we'll read to you now.
In other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been cancelled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment question the report, saying that strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame.
One local is quoted as saying, "Everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. There was only a handful of people that ever got a look on the inside. kids from here and there, making sure everything worked right, you know. I guess they weren't quite as ready as they thought they were.
A tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surrounding the building during the night and large piece of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps. A few weeks later, the building was for sale.
There is no comment yet from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture.
And then this is in the source code, guys. If anything, it was just too soon for such an ambitious venture. There is still a bright future for Circus Baby, so be watching for her to appear at a neighborhood party near you. So there's a lot that actually can be derived from this. And it's actually kind of crazy because I personally think this is now telling the story of what happens before we even begin the sister location, because we've seen as well in the source code in the past where it said things like party accessories, baby, and all this stuff like a freaking, like a schedule where the night guard or the mechanic might be operating on these guys. And now really leaves the question like, so if we're not in the Circus Baby's Pizza World establishment, where the heck are we?
Yeah, because in the synopsis of sister location, actually says they're hiring for a late night technician. Now,
yes,
would this have been before the gas leaks or after? Like, because obviously they're saying that the equipment is being moved out by loads of people. So are we going to be playing in a new place that this equipment's been moved to? Or was this article like a spoiler in a way as to what has already happened? I don't know. It's a strange one.
I believe personally that this has happened because if we look at all the teaser images we've had in the past as well, we generally see like loads of metal objects and all this stuff. As I've said before, you can associate this with like an old-fashioned science film where everything's overly technological. And I just think all the pipes and stuff, all it tells me, because it says that lots of cars were surrounding the building and loads of large equipment was removed, I personally think it was all taken to maybe like a warehouse or some other place of like storage. What really grasps my attention is the fact that there's lots of cars surrounding the building. I honestly think that this was a big inside job because in this news article, there's actually no comment as to where these animatronics went whatsoever.
Yeah, and obviously because it's the animatronics, we know that the animatronics belong to William Afton. So we know William Afton is the purple guy, and we know purple guy gets up to some mischievous things.
Exactly, and he's also a character we've really not heard that much about as an entirety. And it does bleed the questions like, you know, the building's up for sale. Does that mean we will never ever see Circus Baby's Pizza World? Like, because I don't know, it almost feels like we've had this big hype about Circus Baby's Pizza World. The fact it's teased as well in the description on the Steam page. And then, like, are we not going to see this? Is this just going to be, like, zapped away from us and something we'll never ever see in this game?
See, I personally believe that it is an inside job of some kind. I think that this article came after we actually play. I think that we are a late night technician in this Pizza World place, and I think what's happened is they've covered up a murder. Maybe we get killed as the night guard with gas leaks, and that's why there's so many cars moving the animatronics out and maybe covering up this dead body or whatever is inside here, because we know obviously the purple guy is a very mischievous man.
But here's a kicker. I've just thought about this as well. That might potentially make this seem like it is in fact the introduction. So what we could speculate here, and this is very speculative as well, guys, it says there was only a handful of people that ever got to a look inside. Kids from here and there making sure everything worked right, you know. Why would there be kids in Circus Baby's Pizza World? Wouldn't you want professionals to do this? This is what makes me think as well. We've had Afton teased in the source code as well on copious teasers. What about if the kids from here and there are his sons?
Oh god, yeah.
That could be that maybe his sons saw this before. And this is again what I keep going back to, the fact that this might be before, because if this is after, then
yeah. And I mean the fact that this guy has kids come in as well, that just goes to show, because obviously he's known for stuffing children into suits.
Exactly.
So something might have gone down there.